Hi everyone, we're at Wild Magic today and we're trying out a pilot show and this is called Work in Progress. So basically what we're trying to convey is that you don't have to paint alone, really. So today I've got a couple of guests with me, not strangers to the field of miniature painting. I've got Damien. Say hi. Oh, same hand, huh? And I've got Abu.
Hello.
Okay, I have to match the hand. Alright, and these two guys have been doing this far longer than I have. So the format is we'll be painting, or whatever it is that we're painting, and we'll be talking. Whatever we'll be talking about, we'll get to that point. But because the show is called Work in Progress, it's only fair that we talk about what we're currently working on. But before we start, hi, my name is Nas. I'm quite new to wargaming, miniature painting even more so, and I'm here just as much to learn. And if you're new, then yay, we're in the same boat. All right, so let's start with Damien, who's on my right. What are you currently working on now?
Okay, so to start off, these are corn demons, and I've only recently been back to painting after a long hiatus.
How long?
I would say a few months.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so a few months is considered long for you.
Yes,
Okay.
because normally I do miniature building, miniature painting like in the span of weeks. So months is too long for me. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're currently working on corn demons.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Basically red lizards.
Red lizards.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me
Lizards.
see it. Come. I think I'm a little closer.
Yeah.
So
That
he's-
guy's with a trumpet horn.
Yeah. I was gonna say he's got horns and he's got another horn.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
So these took you how long?
I was started on them last night, so this is only halfway. I would say 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, this is just 10 guys.
Okay. My maths really sucks. So would you say that's like a really good, like a speed,
Yeah, kind of.
kind of?
Yeah, I'm trying to get this done before later tonight, which is we're having a game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be able to finish this and you can play immediately, which is the goal of painting and stuff. All right. Thank you, Damien.
All
right. Abu, what are you working on, or what have you been working on?
Currently on testing paints on stone casters because I have a few of them in hand, so I'm trying out few test paints, call it techniques, different style, different color, mixtures, dry brushes and everything.
Okay.
So this is basically all just test models that I use to try out new different color schemes, red and gold, or different dry brush techniques, or different techniques for trying out
New
anything,
stuff.
anything new
Okay,
stuff or
okay.
old stuff
Alright.
as well. Yeah.
So like you say you're trying out new stuff. Previously, how have you been painting?
It's basically just slap on the paint. Basic one base color. Trying out with contrast. Trying out as well with what do you call it? Base and different types of layers of paint. So it's just too monotonous, and there was no texture to it. So I want to have a deeper feel to the paint. Like we all want to do, have a realism feel to each type. Maybe different armor, different cloth in the miniatures. Kadang-kadang okay je lah kiri kanan tapi namanya testing kan.
Yeah, true. I think experimentation is also really important because although these miniatures come in their boxes with their box art, and you go online,
Yeah.
right, and people can come up with really interesting combinations and go like, I want to do that, but obviously you have to know how to get to that end result.
Yes.
Alright, a second. For me, I've been working on. Okay, you see that? These are my death card, and I actually have a whole box full of Poxwalkers that I do want to finish, and hopefully, just like you, Damien, I'll be able to finish them today
Nice.
as well. Yay! All right, so we will proceed as we normally would until our time slot ends. So if you'd like to, pick up your brushes and get everything ready, and you want to paint along with us, if you don't mind the ambient noise of us chit-chatting, that's fine. Painting can be a social event, I guess. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be done a solo thing. I know, right? And that's what we do here sometimes in Wild Magic. We just like sit together and we paint together. It can get pretty rowdy and rambunctious, but at the end of the day, it's pretty fun,
Yes.
right? Cool.
Plus, you get your job done in an enjoyable way instead of alone.
Exactly. And so, given that, right, do you prefer to work quietly, actually, or do you not like? Are you okay with people like, oh, how do you do that? Like over your shoulder.
Well, to me, it depends on my mood. I'm a very swinging guy.
Oh, yeah, swinger.
Yeah, swinging. hey,
Bleep.
light. But yeah, I depend on my mood. Sometimes I don't mind people asking questions on how to paint, how to do certain techniques, or just in general how to do painting. Where sometimes I prefer to work alone, where I need the silence. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes I couldn't find out what colors I need, what do I need to do with, let's say, this sword. I don't know what I need to do with it. Yeah, so that's it depends on the mood.
Okay. I mean, for me, because I only have time in the evening after I'm all done with work. So I really don't have a choice. But on the weekends, right? I come here, and that's when the rest of the boys are here. Sometimes Abu's here, and it makes it so much more interesting and so much more enjoyable. Exactly. And then sometimes it's like you do want to keep updated with what are they up to today? Oh, he's got the new model. It's like, oh, is he doing something new, something different? And then it's cool in that respect. But you work shifts.
Yes, I do.
Like how it forces you to just work solo.
Yeah, because I can't. My time basically is not matching with others as well. So even after this, I'll be working the midnight shift. So time itself on its own, we have to make do. So at this time around, usually I'll be asleep and get ready for work. But at this time, since I wanted to paint and socialize with my friends,
With me.
yeah.
Thank you for your
Because
sacrifice.
it helps to have a friend or to have someone who is actually have different point of views in painting. Because my point of view alone might not be enough. It might have a different. Each person have their own different opinions. So each person can provide criticism, which can be good or bad, which can help improve one's painting. So that's why I rather go sacrifice a bit of time, even though a bit of.
Have you ever
effort
gotten
as well.
into like fights with people? It's like, no, it looks better like this.
Yes,
Or, like,
actually, there's actually one close friend
okay.
named
That
Wafi.
you,
I always have a bit of an argument because we share different point of views. I'm more towards a fantasy type, but
Okay.
he has a militarian point of view
I see.
towards miniature
Okay.
painting. But we do share the same, what do you call it? Ideals, ideals.
But I think
and
techniques should be like roughly like universal in that respect, right? Whether you're doing fantasy or you're doing military or you're doing terrain, for
Terrain,
example,
yeah.
right? The ideas are basically still somewhat the same. Yeah. Alright.
That's why if we're doing it solo, we can't check through. Like if we see it online, we can't have a one-to-one conversation or one-to-many conversation with the person to share your ideas. Whether is it a good idea?
True.
And for example, Damien, I show this one figure to him, and he will give his opinion on it. And why not? I work on it as well. He has more knowledge to miniature painting than me, so there's a good sharing idea.
On that, how long have you been doing this, Damien, actually?
I would say roughly 4 years.
Oh, 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And how? How did you like start?
Started.
Mm.
Well, given Warhammer itself, I've been a long time fan, and then only then, going into miniatures, looking through YouTube's videos, and I was thinking, wow, I can actually play this, even with collecting models and so on, because as usual with the normal hobbies and so on, you just build and then you just put there, right? Yeah, so it's kind of special to me. In a way, I started ordering this set called Dark Vengeance. It was a previous, 4 years ago. It was a set which featured Dark Angels and Chaos Space Marines. And for me myself, I like bad guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so I literally went for the
You
Chaos Space
relate.
Marines.
What makes you relate so much to this bad boy? Because you don't look like the bad boy at all.
Yeah.
Is that like your
I mean-
alter ego? You want to be a bad
Yeah.
person, but
I mean, when you look at shows, okay, like let's say Batman, Superman,
Okay.
the normal heroes and all that, the hero always wins.
mm,
So in a way, when you think about it, why can't the bad guys win for once?
okay.
Right.
And that like playing the game gives you that chance.
That chance,
Okay,
to be the bad guy,
okay.
and to win something at least. The underdog.
Ah, okay, alright. Yeah, because I only started about 2 years ago, and you were there.
Yeah.
And because I was manning a Gundam booth. I don't know if you remember this.
I do.
But it was a couple of years back. I was manning a Gundam display booth, and you guys were in the back playing, and I was like, "Oh, this is what this is Warhammer. I've only seen the models. I've heard them say, talk about it, but I've never actually like played it. So it's like the first chance I got, I snuck over. I know it's just di belakang pulang, just behind. Just snuck over to the back, and I was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" It was you and Phil. It was
Yes.
you and Phil. It was a skirmish. I remember very much that it was a bloodthirster.
Yes.
It was a bloodthirster, yes. And I was like, "Oh, how do you play?" And then you guys were already in the middle of it, and Phil goes like, "Oh, you can help." I was like, "Oh, how?" You can throw dice. I was like, "Oh, okay. Sounds like pretty simple enough, right?"
Yeah.
And then he hands me what, 14?
Yeah, it was 40.
40 ka? 40
dice.
dice.
So you were handling it like
So I was
this.
I was like, what do I do? Just throw. I was like, what? Just throw. It's just spilling on the table, hitting terrain, hitting things. I was like, oh my god.
I actually still have the video.
And that's when I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. So this is how you play kononnya lah. And then I did ask about like the models, who, how they came about, who paints them, and then that's when Phil went like, oh, this one is like somebody else painted. It's like, oh, this one, because the bloodthirster.
Yeah.
Bloodthirster's name was, oh, this one's Wafi. It was like, huh? It's like it's got a name. It's like, yeah, I named it after the person who painted it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. And that's when I heard Wafi's name the first time. And then you did mention that Michi painted other stuff as well,
Yes.
right? So that's what drew me to the hobby first. I was like, oh, it's not just like all this like playing and rolling dice. There's a certain aspect to it that I might be interested in, because I've been doing Gundam Gunpla for on and off for years. Ever since I was a teenager, and then it stopped for a while, and then I picked it up again. I stopped for a while. I picked it up again, and because it takes me like a good 2 months to 3 months sometimes, just to complete like a whole kit. And I usually play with like 1/100 scale.
But then again, your artwork considered to be
Master grade. Because it takes forever. So by the time they go like, oh, we're gonna display, we're like, I'm not done yet.
It's okay. Good work requires sacrifice.
Exactly. Exactly. And sacrifice usually like time. So so that on that same day I bought my first box. It was the easy to build with the paint set
Yes.
Primaris
Intercessor?
intercessors, yes. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this. And I think with everybody's first try, it was like, what the hell am I doing? Because this paint is really, really different, right? The consistency is different. I was a rattle can like painter, you know, with my gampla. I would paint them piece by piece, put it all together. You know, I would consider myself relatively okay standard lah. But this time it's like these paints are in a pot. I have to. Do I water them down or like, you know?
Yeah, it's one
like,
place as well.
you know, and then it's like when they say water it down or thin it down, how much is enough?
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, we all have that problem as well.
exactly. So I didn't bring any of my first first pieces, but I tell you it's like I would look at them sometimes and I go like, okay, it's only been a couple of years,
Yes.
and I feel there is definitely a lot of growth. You know, like you're saying you're trying out different techniques, different styles,
Yes.
because you now have better control.
Yeah,
you
now
know,
I
of your
do have better
hand.
control. Shaky still, I don't know if
Shaky.
you can see in the camera, but still I would like to slowly practice different types of color scheme as well, because honestly, creativity wise, I do not have something from scratch. I usually copy or see people's techniques, see people color schemes, and try to implement them on my miniatures. Like for example, Damien's style with his corn, and I would like to follow through with Stormcast with red.
Yeah, I mean these are
Copper.
is this corn red, or
No,
is this a different type of
It's
red?
a different one, which is
Okay.
the recently released contrast Flesh Terrace Red. Yeah.
Flesh Terrace Red
Yeah.
contrast. Oh,
Because somewhat
this is a
it-
plug. This is a shameless plug. cough, cough. But it's okay. It's
Yeah.
like most of us.
Because
it's alright.
somehow it resembles the corn red which I last used.
Okay.
Yeah, my last miniature, like from the beginning itself. Yeah, I'm a big fan of red, so you know. And then I
But they
stuck to
don't
corn
have
red.
like a contrast corn red.
Yeah, that time there wasn't something like that, so it's quite new for this one. So I've been actually searching for almost the same color scheme. Then I found Flesh Terrace Red. Yeah, so it sped up my painting so fast that I completed 10 guys, well half of them. Yeah,
Half the time.
Yeah, without the sword.
Okay.
Yeah, without the sword, yeah. So half of them, like around 34 to 40 minutes. Yeah, so it's quite fast.
But you've been doing this for 4 years.
Then again, it's an on-off thing.
Okay. So let's say like
Yeah.
on a daily basis, how much time do you spend a day? Like on a regular
if
day.
time permits, I would say in one sitting maybe 3 to 4 hours.
In one whole sitting.
Yeah, one whole sitting.
Wow.
Yeah, because I don't have the mentality of saying, oh, it's half built, it's done then.
Oh, you need
Yeah.
to like finish it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I think it's like that momentum.
Yes.
You know, once you start, and I completely understand because I mean, the only experience I've got is going back to Gundam and building and painting. At one point, I was like, I hear the birds chirping. I hear the birds. It's like, oh my god, what time is
I
it?
thought it was 6 p.m.
I know.
Then miss
Again.
dinner.
Why is there birds chirping at
Exactly.
7
So late at night. Apparently, I've been doing it since until. I was like, oh man, I got to go to work. What about you, bro? Like, how much time do you allocate for yourself?
It depends. For me, since I have different types of hobbies, we call it, I might take like an hour or two for one figure. For me, I don't, since I'm not a Warhammer player. I don't paint them as fast as I can.
True. So you're not pressured to produce
Yes.
to play.
Yes, exactly.
So you can go at your own own
I
sweet
do it at my
time.
own pace, chill and relax. I might redo some old figures as well. Since I know some techniques, why not I try this on an old color scheme and try to improve it. But relatively, I'm kind of new to painting than both of you. It's been only a year.
Oh,
Yeah, for me, I just started in a year's time.
Actually, he collected a lot of paints, and then
As you can
What?
see.
and then only then he looks at the models. Oh, I think I need models to paint.
Why? Okay. I think this is something I really need to ask you then. Why did you start off buying all the paints? Like,
Have
did
to
you
start
have?
from the beginning, I guess.
Tell us
I
your
used
story,
to
child.
love Warhammer since like 6-7 years ago.
Okay.
And when first time exposing to Warhammer was in Australia,
Okay.
and basically the Warhammer shop, I was like, oh, what's this? People are actually playing with tapes, and there's not a single technology on the table. And they were like using
No
papers and
iPads,
books,
no.
iPads, no nothing. It's like 7-8 years ago. Then this is what they were doing. I was like, oh, what's this? And they were selling books and whatnot. So my first exposure was just to sit down and just read the lore for Warhammer 40k. Next, obviously, comes with the game. Dawn of War. That's an obvious choice. Fast forward to now, basically, I actually wanted to start earlier on, but I actually don't like painting. From the beginning to last couple of years, I never liked paint, and I actually dislike figures that is basically some of the figures come, as you can see here, just comes in one color tone, like in gold.
They
So
just
there's
come in
no
like the
color
gold like
at
that,
all.
it's
So you
just
need
flat.
to prime
Kind of
it,
like the Monopoly
base it.
pieces.
Yeah, Monopoly pieces. There's nothing to it. So I got disappointed with it because all the boxes shows like
Color.
color.
Like,
and
No,
so
I have to do
cool.
work.
So macam, it's not about the work part. It's basically it's my taste. I'm like, okay, I'd rather have the color scheme, and I don't want to ruin it because I wasn't confident in my own skills. So, fast forward to then, Damien had Mystic Miniatures had a open day for Warhammer,
Yeah.
and actually
Was this the same day?
No.
Was it
It
a
was an
different
open day at one of the cafes in Kulam.
It was long way. way back.
okay.
Yeah.
So they had an open day. My friend Wafi, our friend Wafi, actually was the one who's more interested in painting, wanting to know about paints, miniatures. So I just shared it to him, and we went. It piqued my interest. I'm like, oh, this is all done by himself. Basically, his corn and.
Oh, you had corn for a very long time.
It's
then,
a
baby.
long time. Yeah.
His corn, and I was like, oh, this is all by himself. Like, if he can do it, why can't I? So one day, on a nice day of payday.
Oh, payday is always a nice day.
Yeah.
Payday is always a nice day.
Yeah, until you reach the afternoon.
I know, right? It was a nice day. Just message Damien, are you free now at 9:30 p.m.? Just, yeah. But in Syria, okay, I want to get some paints. Okay. Then rush to Syria at 10 p.m. Reach there. 11:30, 11. Bought some paints.
The fact that I just got home.
The thing was,
No, but you wouldn't be alone. I did that to him too. I did that to him because I was like, I had the paint set and everything. I was like, okay, this is fine, right? I have the
Yeah.
basic 5 colors in the thing, I think.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, this is alright, but it looks nothing like the box, nothing like the type of stuff you see online. So I was like, okay, what exactly is missing? And then I sent him this whole list. I want these. Can I pick up tomorrow or something like that? And he was like, can bro, they have to go turun lah KB sorry whatever lah. But ngam je you were like, okay, never mind. Not so far down. Like we were to meet like in Tutong. in Tutong.
Yeah.
It was Waho Petani Mall.
Oh yes, yes.
And he handed me this big bag of paints, and then now I have my own big bag of paints.
Actually, regarding paints, it's never enough. When you think one is enough, wait.
It's like that song
yeah.
from The Greatest Showman. That's like our anthem.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna start singing, but yeah, that is our anthem. Never enough.
Never enough.
Yeah.
When you think one shade is enough, and then you look at the other colors, it's like,
yeah, I need like the mid tone.
I need this. I need this. I need this and this and this.
True.
There's a lot because since Warhammer is a community, so people share their paints, share their figures, and how they paint it. They actually provide step by step. You can actually learn a lot through online, but through online, laziness comes in, and you rather have social interactions. Like
True. And I think it's like because I think that's what we're trying to
provide.
do something different this time around. I mean, we're not pros. I'm not an expert, you know. I will never say like, I'm gonna win awards. It's like, no, I'm not even gonna go there. But a lot of the times, people who are doing tutorials on YouTube online, you know, they are winners. They're
Award
very
winners,
established. You know,
award
their
winners,
control is amazing. You know, despite them, you know, putting the brush in their mouth or like.
Yeah.
There are some people who lick the brush and stuff like that, and you go like, do I have to do that? It's like to be this, you know? Yeah, I was like, I have to? Is it?
Don't start.
So I was like, maybe not a good idea. But there's the skill, the thought process. I think is really important to follow through because we actually don't have like people here that we can just talk to about that expert wise. You know, we don't have experts to go like, how do you do like wet blending, for example, like the best way. And it's like you can't just ask and then somebody tell you and then okay, but I'm gonna try later. You have to show it. That's one thing, and then you have to try. And then you have to try. Then you have to screw up, and then you have to like bash your head over something for a little bit, then cry for a little bit. Like, why is it not? Kenapa bidan ikan?
Yeah, I can relate to that with this figure.
This figure.
With this figure,
Okay,
you
why?
can
Why?
see. I don't know whether you can. Yeah, small detail.
Let's see, I nearly put it into my mouth. I will be a pro soon.
You can see the eyes.
Okay.
I screwed up at one side. There's only, if you can see just one blue eye. It's the flame effect. I can only do one side. On the other side.
Okay. It's like some people who can only draw one eye.
yeah.
And then suddenly they turn to the right. It's like lopsided. It's like, no, symmetry gone. I'll cover with hair.
My son, I just paint it over with a blindfold.
So it's like what do you call this? Working with your
What
mistakes.
you have.
Yeah. I mean, not to say, this is like a mistake. I think Bob Ross said it's happy mistakes.
Yeah.
Happy mistakes.
Happy mistakes. And what's really good is these paints, they're not permanent. And so like the Death Guards I have right now were all previously painted. I got them off somebody else. I had to strip the paints bare down to the plastic and then repainted them all over again. So I'm pretty sure that that's something that we can all. I'm not gonna ask what happened.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the problem right here. Sometimes you mistakenly drop your bits there and then it's full of colors. It's like, oh crap.
So basically,
that's a lesson. That's a lesson tip. Don't paint over your palette, which I mean he's still doing.
It's a habit. It's a habit. We all do that. I mean, the distance between your brush and the paint is like quite direct.
Okay, a little too far, and then suddenly it's like it dries.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So like, is this your general like setup, like back home as well?
pretty much.
It's the same setup.
Yeah,
No?
maybe
Okay.
I need a table lamp, I guess.
We have like
12,
these
yeah, I
big
know.
lamps here.
It's not enough.
It's
Never enough. Never, never.
Sampai we need an arc of light going
Oh,
there.
oh, I have seen that on a table, and it was
Yeah.
like LED lights, from
Yeah,
one end of
one
the
end to
table
one, yeah.
over to the other end. Maybe you should try to assemble something like that here. And
With
get
one
more people to
very long LED strip.
Yes.
It's possible.
Would that be enough for you, bro?
It's never enough.
It's like, would that finally
Maybe
be
our
enough
anthem
for
is
you?
never enough. Always be work
Always
in
be.
progress.
Yeah. What is
Forever.
enough?
Forever.
20 years later, we're still a work in progress. It's never enough.
Because we need to improve.
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true. I
I
mean,
mean-
as human beings, I think we are always a work in progress until the day we die. Then that is your masterpiece. As you lie there,
Am I done?
devoid of life. Wow, suddenly so deep.
No.
Finally, is this the masterpiece
I-
laid bare before everybody?
Somehow I don't think so, because in the end we will think back, oh crap, I still got a lot of backlogs. Okay, time to get out.
If that happens, I'm running out. I'm running out of your funeral so fast, Damien.
Okay.
It's okay. We need to find that hidden stash.
Yes, we will build it for him.
Yeah, you need to complete my stash first before I can go. Sounds morbid, so for some reason.
But I mean, I guess if you're a painter, collector, Warhammer player, I mean they'll really relate. Backlog.
I think most hobbies
Have
involves
backlogs.
building and painting. We all have backlogs. Because I have.
You just buy and buy and buy, and then you go like, oh, one day. Oh no,
Yeah.
this army I want.
Oh, it's not even one. This army I want everything.
That's only you, bro.
No space bar.
Okay, sorry. Thank God, budget is the problem now.
Ah, true.
That's our Achilles heel.
Yeah.
That's it.
Everything needs to be bought online, shipping and handling, and all this.
Yeah, and then there's another problem, which is limited edition.
Oh yeah.
I know, right?
That's why we need to buy it as fast as possible.
So okay,
Because it's
right,
limited
like
editions.
right now, y'all are painting like obviously regular infantry sort of level things. Do you also buy like special editions, one-offs, hero models?
We do.
Gigantic.
Yeah. Not gigantic yet.
Because I saw Phil's zombie dragon, I was like, I want one. I don't have any like flesh eaters, but I want one.
That bony dragon.
Yeah.
But yeah, in a way, I think I do collect some special edition stuff.
Okay, not to play with.
Yeah,
Actually,
I don't even play with
Maybe
them.
I should grab one of the special edition figures.
Yeah, if you've got one, I mean, you can.
It is here. Somewhere. I need to grab
Somewhere.
it. Be right back.
Ooh, nice. We get to see something special.
Ooh, such a special treat on the first episode.
Then again, because it's Games Workshop, so we will always see something new.
How often do they come up with new stuff? I mean, I did subscribe to their mailing list, and
Yeah.
I know the end of the year is always like a really good time for them. So they
Yes.
send a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I would say it's quite quite spontaneous, because sometimes they just pop up something which I have no idea they would come up with.
Ooh, this one!
go.
Yes, this was the
Oh
latest
yeah.
Battle Sisters.
Sisters of Battle box.
Basically, girls with
Girl, it's like the Spice Girls gone bad, really. Really.
no,
you know.
it's not even Spice Girls gone bad. They gone Hitman. They gone Hitman.
It's like if Scary Spice went to like smack you on the head and made more clones of herself, I guess. So is there like a special limited unit inside?
that whole box itself was sold out in just 10 minutes worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yeah. So in Brunei itself, we have 4 lucky guys who got them.
Wow. Was that on pre-order?
Yes, it was on pre-order. A lot of people wasn't able to get them.
Be right back. It's not there.
It's not there?
Yeah.
Okay, we're not saying somebody went and took it, but maybe it's just sitting quietly.
If we follow Abu, yeah, it's always sitting there quietly. And we can't find it.
Can't blame me. There's too many things. But I do want to shout out the box though.
Okay.
There you go. And the Battle Sisters come in standard grey.
Oh,
In case you didn't get to pre-order your own set, at least you can look at it now.
yeah.
Be right back.
It's like hashtag naked but not naked. Because not painted lah. Naked.
Yeah. Then again, their own special boxes is coming out this month.
Okay.
So
okay.
there's tons of new stuff coming out to get.
So basically, anybody who bought this one were basically the first people to get their hands on the sisters.
Yeah, because if you look through the box itself, I can show it.
Okay, you want the
Yeah, the whole box. The whole box. Yeah. I'm not sure.
I'll just give you the
Abu-
outside box.
Yeah,
So
sure.
you can talk about that.
Yeah. Okay, so if we look at the contents behind, okay, there's actually a lot of miniatures. Alright, all of them are sisters. And then you got the special cards where you can go and play with them after you're done building, you're done painting and so on. And then you get the dices, and they call it miracle dice because somehow they're so miracle. Hopefully they roll all 6s.
Hopefully.
Hopefully!
But not all 6s are good.
Are good. Yeah. but
Right.
in most cases, they are very good. Unless
Unless you're a psyker.
yeah. Unless you decided, today I need a 1. And then you get the special edition book, which is the Codex Sororitas. Adeptus Sororitas. Yeah. So Sisters of Battle. And then inside there's lore, there's tutorials like how you should paint them, and so many more, like the stats, strategies, and so much more. Basically, it's like a companion to your gaming side of collecting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even if somebody doesn't actually play, this would have just been a good box to
collect.
buy and collect and
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
So in a way, it just jumpstarts you into the gaming. Furthermore, Sisters last time were all resin and metal models.
So this is the first time they came out in plastic.
Yes, the
Alright.
full range, all plastic. So it's a bit of a big hype. That's why it's sold out. Yeah.
So it's interesting that you bring it up. So what's the difference? Like, what's the difference with painting plastic, like what we're doing now, and painting resin, painting
And
metal?
Actually, there's not much difference. However, the building process is different itself.
Okay.
Because for plastic, we just cut it out, trim the the mold lines, and then after that, clean it up and spray. That's a simple step we all
Okay.
do. Okay. Whereas for resin itself, there's tons of sprues on, let's say, just the sword itself. Okay, the sword with the arm.
Okay.
So there's actually a lot of sprues connecting it all throughout the model, and then you'll need time to slowly clip everything.
Is
And
that
then-
like when people 3D print and then they've got like all these anchor
Yes.
points? So it's very much like that.
Yes. However, it's just they're laying flat when they do the molds, so you just press it, and then there's a lot of molds there to keep it from bending
I
due to
see, I
heat.
see.
Yeah. And then you need to use what do you call this? Soap wash. Yeah, basically your dishwashing soap. Press it and then put it together with water and then wash it to wash away the
Because if
chemicals.
okay, like
Yeah.
a release agent probably on it
Yes.
as well. Okay.
So from there, it's work. It's just
Okay.
work.
I mean, it's so much. I mean, it sounds like it's a lot of work. Why do people choose to buy like resin
because they're limited. Yeah.
The word limited edition is gold
Yes.
to everyone else. For us hobbyists.
So long as you have the money lah.
Yeah. It's limited at the same time nostalgia kicks in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because sometimes when we see, okay, let's say now, all our models are plastic, right? But however, back then it was either metal or resin.
I see.
Yeah, so we don't have any, plastic models and so on. And when you go through all this hobby thing, like years, 10 years, 30 years, and then suddenly they say, okay, we're gonna remove all these models already, and then this is your last chance to buy.
That's
Yeah.
like most likely like a marketing ploy altogether.
Yes. Then again, when it goes out, it really goes out. It's like,
Yeah.
where can I find this?
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
oh no, I didn't buy. Oh no.
It's not in production anymore.
No.
And
You
then
go-
it's like you go on eBay and then suddenly everything's like jacked up the price.
It's either jacked up, like it used to be like around $30, and then suddenly it's like 200. I'm not gonna pay 200 for this.
For now.
True. For now.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
For now.
I think that's what people are banking on. You know? It's
Yeah.
like the for now aspect
Yes.
of things. Okay. What about you?
And-
Do you have you tried with resin or metal?
I tried painting metal figures.
Okay.
It's I don't know, because it has a lack of details
Really?
to me, because it's an older figure, so they don't have like a lot of dense texture, not texture, what do you call it?
Like the detailing.
Yeah, the detailing basically doesn't have that now. To the now figures that we have, which is in plastic, and it's a more hectic thing. Your paint needs to be more thicker
Yes.
because it doesn't stick well if it's on
Ah.
metal figures.
Mm.
And yeah, spraying base is like a must to help with to
These are like the
basically
really
prime.
really older models, like the one with the square bases. Is that like-
Yeah.
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 Ah, okay.
I tried painting on them as well. It's a pain to do.
Okay, so
Frustrations
I'm
is
gonna
back. Sinking back. Frustrations and the stripping, multiple stripping just to get it right.
okay, so I'm gonna assume you're never going to buy another.
Nope.
Okay,
What is
one
metal?
down. So less
Yeah.
competition. Even if it was like a limited edition,
No.
no, still no.
Because I had a few. It was given to me.
Okay.
The front of the
Oh,
paint.
lucky you!
Yeah, it's like a squadron. Yeah.
A full squad.
Yeah, try it out. Chaos Space Marine. I tried it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm never gonna do it again.
So plastic all the way for you.
Yeah. I'll say alright. Maybe resin. Never tried.
Oh, resin you've never
yeah.
tried.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never again.
What is metal? It's never gonna come up in my list anymore.
But I mean, they would like last a bit longer.
In a way.
Right, in a way,
Yeah.
I think. if they fell, it wouldn't break so far. So
Oh, that's a problem. It breaks.
really,
Yeah,
Even
some of the
metal?
models, because I mean, imagine this is metal, and you break it. Yeah,
That
it's
makes
quite
sense.
thin in
Still.
itself. Yeah, so imagine that.
if I sat on that,
Yeah, it's gonna poke you. The interesting fact, there's a story which I read. Someone doing metal models. It's also a bloodletter, which are these, however older. Yeah, which are older. Okay, so all metal. Different mold too. So this guy was doing the blades like I am right now. However, he was just scraping off, the mold lines and so on with the file. Okay, and then for some crazy reason, the whole sword poked on his finger. Yeah. And then there's a saying for corn demons, blood for the blood god. Yeah, so he was like,
was it a worthy sacrifice?
yeah. So the whole thing was sticking on his finger, and then he just took a picture. Blood for the blood god. Okay. Okay.
In the
Painful.
age of social media, right? Most people like start running for like plaster or ambulance. No, first thing I do when I stab myself in the finger, take a photo.
It's a must.
It's a must.
Yeah. Then again, it's a very good hobby journey because when you reflect back, oh, I did this stupid thing.
Note to self: don't stab yourself
Yeah.
with
With a tiny
corn swords.
With a tiny sword.
With any sword.
Any sword. True. No, I do that all the time. Like when I hold stuff like this, right? And sometimes the top parts are like they're pointy bits, and eventually it's like, okay, that hurts, but it helps to pivot.
No, right? You think to steady your finger.
Yeah, it's like,
you-
it's in the. Oh, okay, it's
We
turning.
need
Oh, that's nice.
sacrifice.
But like what you've got now is like the holder,
Yeah.
right? And people obviously have a lot of other options. This is
A citadel.
ini orang kaya punya lah.
You
No,
need-
but even like see, even Damon's got one as well.
Yeah.
I wait for next bonus lah. Huh?
Basically, I got sold by Damien. He's selling this. He said, "You need this." Okay.
Bye. Say yes.
Say yes.
But to be honest, you did use it, and you love it.
Yeah. I use it to test my paint. I use it to hold the figure to display. I use it all single time.
Oh. I mean, there are always options. I know.
Here you go, bro.
Oh!
Yeah.
See? Oh, this is a nice red
Yeah.
edition, Christmas version.
Yes. So this is one off thing. So instead of the black you see right now, okay, the black. Alright. This is
You get the red hair.
This is like iPhone black, iPhone red. I don't know what sort of market they're going for.
yeah.
But yeah, a holder, and you separate, and then you put in,
any
your
figure,
thing. Yeah. Okay, this is pretty cool. Almost like drive yourself to success.
You need this.
Might or might not speed up your painting, but
Yeah.
just.
But it gives stability, to say at least.
And paint
Yeah.
with different angles, like me.
And these things are also all available here in Wild Magic. If you don't know where it is, quick Google search. You just look for Wild Magic Brunei, and I'm pretty sure it'll pop up on Google Maps, or you can
In the link and description below.
link it. Is it? Are you gonna put it on there? I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do this, but just in case, you can just everything is Googleable now. Oh,
Yeah.
Googleable. You can Google everything now.
Even how to paint, how to hold the brush.
Yes, actually.
Well, I have comments on how to hold the brush.
Really?
Yeah, because
Seriously?
it really depends on people, right? Because they hold it like a pen. Some people
Uh-huh.
just hold it like this. I've tried.
Well,
different-
obviously-
Yeah, different techniques. I guess I don't know.
I guess I should
Yeah.
try now. Yeah, it's not
Oh
working.
no,
it's not
okay,
working.
okay. So that's obviously not gonna work for you,
Yeah.
but maybe it
So-
works for Abu.
It depends, I guess. Sometimes I hold it like this, just to have a finer tip.
Okay.
It really depends. But the usual pen case, yeah.
But I think it really changes with what you're doing as well.
Yes.
Right? If you're going like base coating, you don't need that much control. You can like be pretty liberal with things.
Yeah, just
so
slap
you
it
could
on.
like literally be doing this, which was what I was doing with my Space Marines for like 3 months, I guess. Like, "Wah, wah," and then suddenly it's like trim. Still drawing pentagrams in the sky. But then eventually I was like, okay, I need to get in closer. And then I started resting my hand on my other fingers. I was like, oh, this is working. Oh my god. And like it might work for me, but it might not work
Not
for
for
somebody
them,
else. Because
It's all about preference and technique.
and I think physically, like
Yeah.
your hands are really different. Like because my fingers are all pretty small, so like that might work. But for somebody with really long fingers and no
Fat
knuckles,
fingers.
it might not work.
Yeah.
It might not work.
Yes.
So that's why it's also really important. It's like when you see somebody painting, just because they're holding it wrong, doesn't necessarily mean that it's not gonna work, right? You tell somebody it's like, hey, you're holding it wrong, But it's like when you correct them, suddenly it's like the painting gets worse. It's like, will you be held responsible? You know?
For
So it's
a
like,
ruined miniature.
exactly. It's like, no, but you told me it's like this. It's like, okay, I didn't know you have like knobbly, like knuckles that don't help. Or like sometimes it's like the knuckles just like graze against it. It's like, oh, the paint starts running, or like whatever.
Then again, sometimes when you look at how people paint and all, okay, with the wrong techniques especially, and then when you look at their models, I can't replicate this.
It's like, okay, I better shut up because it works for you.
Sifu is not me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, Sifu is right in front of me. I tried to correct Sifu.
Exactly. No, but it's like even I was okay over the last couple of months because of the holidays and everything. So it was even work was a little quiet. So I was watching more YouTube. I actually listen to YouTube in the car. I don't listen to the radio. Yeah.
High five.
Yay! I used to listen to comedians. Now I listen to
Weird people.
painting on YouTube. I listen to painting tutorials on YouTube while I'm driving.
While you're driving, yeah.
While
exactly.
I'm
Weird
driving. And I'm like, oh, blend what?
Look at phone. No.
Yeah. You know, and they go like, oh. So I was listening to more, and they were all like, oh, everyone had so many different opinions and strategies and techniques, and I'm going, man, do I need to try out every single thing? Do I really need to? So I gave up on trying to be like somebody else, and one of them, yeah, just be myself, and one of them really pointed it out. It's like, your painting style is yours. If you can develop something that is uniquely yours, then great. You know, and it's that's truly something that's just yours and nobody else can take it from you. Rather than somebody going, oh, ani teknik si ani ni. You know, they go like, oh damn, okay, somebody knows I was trying to do. So one of the advice that they were giving out was, try something new. Try something that you've never done before, and that's when I went, okay. I had a new bunch of death guards, marines, and they had robes and capes ish hanging out. And I was going, okay, I love robes, I love capes, I love tabards. And wet blending popped up. I was like, okay, I don't know. Okay, should I or should I not? Like, okay, might as well. So I tried it and I was like, oh my god, I love wet blending now.
But what is wet blending?
Yeah, wet blending. So wet blending is when you have two colors and then they kind of merge somewhere in the middle. So when you have colors that are quite close, it creates quite a nice gradient.
Yeah,
So-
the gradient part. I think
Yeah.
I want to try that one day.
and it's
Beautiful
like
gradient.
yeah. So let's say the robe, the capes I was doing was a red and a purple, so that's not too far off from the color wheel, and it just like kind of like bled into. So I was like, oh yes, okay. And then I was practicing more with it.
Yeah, I need to do that on here.
Yes, you've got a Mephiston,
Yes.
right? And that cape is fabulous AF.
Yeah.
Pretty boy.
It's like so happy yet so stressful at the same time because
Yeah, there's so much
cape.
detail. There's so much details to that, and of course you do wanna
to make it perfect.
yes,
Yes.
to do
As far
justice.
as you can do.
But I think the P word is really sensitive here because perfection is
To each his own.
to each his own. One and two, if a person goes like, oh, it's perfect, I don't have to change anything anymore. Is that really like? Does that mean you cannot possibly improve anymore?
Oh, exactly.
You know, have you hit like that 100? You know, like when you take an exam and it's like you score 100. Does that make you like the master of that subject?
That's true.
You know.
I think that's the point of the show. Work in
Yes.
progress.
So we will always be working in progress. There's always some place or some areas which we can improve on, and even if it means that you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Okay, new army, new style, not necessarily a new style, but same old style. You could. I mean, nobody is saying you can't.
Yeah.
You know, but in the area of painting, I think sometimes new techniques do pop up.
Yes.
Because like previously there were no contrast colors.
Yes.
No, contrast
Yeah.
paints were not in.
We're not the thing.
Yeah, were not the thing, and
Yeah.
like the cape that I was working with, I was actually using two contrast paints because they were really running.
Not to sell.
Yeah.
Time
So
to
you can
get more
try.
contrast.
You can try this. You can try this, and they were still running. So I went quite liberal with it. Kept it wet, and just like okay, like bleed it in. But the thing is, contrast dries quite fast.
Yes.
Yes.
It dries quite fast, but because it's translucent, when you make a mistake, you just go over it, and then it starts bleeding in again. And it's like, oh, okay, I can just keep doing this over and over again until like you don't get the really harsh line.
Try that.
So you should try that.
Yeah.
You have a cape to try.
you do. There's a cape.
Yeah. This one.
No, the other one.
This one?
No,
No.
the other one.
Okay.
See, there's a
this
cape
one.
there.
Yeah, you could. So it's something you could try. And yeah, I mean that's one of the things I told myself. Okay, I want to, like my target was to wet blend a bit more, add a bit more color variety to
What you're doing.
to what I'm doing, aside from just solid colors. This is the trim. Maybe highlight. I don't know, because to be honest, it's like my.
Highlight is quite time consuming.
It
in a way.
is. And I'll be really honest, I did take art back in secondary school, but highlights and shadows I could not do. For the life of me, I could not do. So I didn't do live, like still life painting. I went to screen printing. So it was like blocky repetitive design. So I went with that one instead because I knew I couldn't do this actual drawing. So doing this kind of brought back slight PTSD because I said, oh my god, I don't know where the light is coming from. And these guys on YouTube going, oh, this is where the light should fall. I was like, what should fall? What? I don't understand.
How does it go like this, or the light should go? I don't see light.
yeah, exactly. So that's why the first bunch of my Space Marines were just blocky blue with the brass trim.
But highlighting is something. I'm not sure whether I'm doing it right or just doing it. Whether it's called highlight or whatnot, I just do what I do. I never known the name of the techniques. I just
do.
do.
It works.
It works.
Yeah.
Yes.
But how often do you guys like check out other like artists painting
Every
on
single
YouTube?
day.
How many do you follow or how many do you subscribe to?
One.
All of them.
Only one.
You just follow just one.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a style that you like and you follow just one.
Yeah, it's not the style that I like. It's more like more informative than his style, because he will be teaching all the techniques. And I was like, oh, maybe a dumbed down version I can follow.
But there are some like really really good ones that don't just talk about painting. They do talk about like I don't know, slight politics in the or of the game.
But so far, the ones that I see, there's an old video of him doing it, Maniac.
Okay.
Maniac. He was basically telling about the winners of his competition. His competition, and he was commenting all the ones that didn't get votes, and I was like, oh, some of them are actually quite good, but he's basically giving out his opinions and his
like a
points out
CNC.
like lack of shadow contrast, lack of gradient, and lack of.
I would totally
maybe-
fail one of those. I'd be like, who the hell is this guy? How dare he send something?
Basically, he points out what's the problems, the why didn't get votes, like the pacing. Maybe it's not neat, it's not clean.
But the
it's
voting
not-
was it a public vote or was
It was
like
public
his
vote.
own?
It was an old video. I think it was a year ago.
Okay.
It was a year ago.
I hate public voting. I do. with a vengeance. I hate public voting. No, hear me out. Because usually it's like people go like, oh, follow this one, vote for me, vote for me. So if you have like a huge family or like you have so many friends, then it's like obviously you'll be able to score in the public voting system. But if you don't, then you're kind of like, you could be the best painter, but if you only have 2 friends.
1 and 2.
No, 1 and 2, you know. I will never win one of these one of these competitions. Because, just because it's a public voting. Yeah.
Alright. I'll keep that in mind.
Hopefully next time we'll just, judge it based on like
How it looks,
expertise,
yeah.
Yes.
have
How it's
actual
been
judging.
done.
Like maybe like a crowd favorite sort of thing.
Yeah,
But
that's the thing, because okay, I did do several public votes because, in my opinion, I may be too harsh on painting itself, because when you look at different people with different techniques and all that, when you look at them, and then you see that okay, he's missing out this thing, he's missing out this thing, and then when you go look at the others, he's missing out this thing, and sometimes the judge itself might have favorites.
okay.
Yeah, so
So it's
kind-
human
yeah,
of course,
human
error.
human error and all that. So it causes problems as well. So sometimes public voting is okay. At times where it's a massive competition where a lot of people are joining, and then you need to look at one by one based on their, how do you say this, their techniques, the colors and so on.
Presentation.
Yeah,
as
the
well.
presentation, it all comes to play. So we will be doing those kind of judging soon.
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 Okay. So something I failed to mention is that Damien is also of Mystic Miniatures, the provider of games workshops, paints, products, models,
Models,
etc.
Well, what you see here.
Yes, what we have here were from Mystic Miniatures. If you are a closet painter, we don't know who you are yet, we've never seen your face, we hope to maybe be able to see you during these events and these sort of like sessions. And competitions, because competitions are really good to help you grow, to network and stuff. So this program is just one of those efforts to get that ball rolling, because I'm pretty sure there's so many more of you out there just painting in your rooms quietly, wishing that you knew more people and you need more paint in your rooms, right? But guys, this is actually the end of this is 1 hour.
Yeah.
You have been watching us for 1 hour, you've been listening to us for a whole hour painting and talking. So this has been work in progress, and it will always be a work in progress.
I still haven't done yet.
No, you have a game in an hour. You have time, David, you have time. So from all of us here at Wild Magic, see you soon. And if you have any suggestions, comments, please feel free to, I don't know, what do? Do you drop them a comment, or how does this work?
Yeah.
How does...
Well, wherever.
Boss, help!
You point
Thank
up,
you.
he points there, I point there.
How does this work? Okay, so yeah, surprise! Surprise me. Do let us know what you like to see, what you like to hear. If you have any suggestions for topics, we could work with that too. Right? So this is the end of episode 1, pilot, work in progress. So hopefully there's more.
Yeah.
Right? Yay! Thank
We'll do
you and
more.
bye. Bye guys.